Hey guys, welcome to the episode of Meverse show. I remain your host Jerry Cruz. So on this special episode, we'll be talking about fighting for a new Nigeria. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. So just before we start talking about the discussion of today, I would like to introduce our guest for today. I'm right here with another person, but the one and only CEO of EBIHOR, Mr. A.K.A.
Hello guys, it's very good to be here once again.
Today, Mr. A.K.A, I really appreciate your time and thank you for honoring our invitation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So we have a star guest in the house today. He's a very special guest. When he reached to dragging those nonchalant politicians out there, he's one of them. And you know, on Meverse show, we like giving our guests their flower, and this guy is no exception. Join me, guys, and welcome no other person but Barrister Christian.
Thank you, guys. Good to be here. I'm looking forward to having a robust discussion.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us today, Mr. Christian. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. So, just before we dive into the discussion of today, if you're a new viewer and you view for the first time, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button below and please turn on your notification there. And if you've been viewing before, thank you for your love and support. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Thank you. So let's dive into the discussion of today without taking much of your time. Mr. A.K.A, Mr. Christian, Barrister Christian.
Right.
Yes, Barrister Christian. Yes. You know that, in our society today, I think a good place to start is we'd like to know how your journey has been so far. So to start this lawyer work, easy, and to go reach that level. You understand? So tell us how the journey has been for you, how you take enter this thing.
All right, thank you. For me personally, I'll begin by saying everything is in the hands of the Lord. God has been good to me. I really didn't have much delays. Immediately after my secondary school, I went to Federal Government College EBIHOR. So immediately after my secondary school education, I wrote my JAMIN and I got it at once. There was no much of a delay. I studied law, got admission to study law at Papy University, A.K.A. It has been bliss. Not really easy because, of course, law is a challenging profession, but with dedication, commitment, I think you can do your thing. Just be focused. Be focused, and with that, I think with the help of God also, we have been able to get to where we are. And when immediately we were called to bar, focus, determination, know what you want to do. There are a lot of areas in law. Know the area you want to practice or focus on. Yes, and with that and with time, you always grow with the help of the Lord. So I think that's just a brief analysis of how we've been where we are today.
Yes, thank you very, very much. You know that when it comes to let's talk about the politics sector in Delta states before we start going to other states and all those. You know that a lot of people always have these challenges that why people say if any president or maybe any governor enter, if they worse pass the previous one. You understand? Everybody always have this discussion. Now the thing said not able to make most people said that they give up say there is no way in Nigeria there is what they call free and fair election. You understand? So for you now, how you don't observe the thing say why you say the former governor, the one where they always the worst pass The former one.
For me, I may not agree 100% with that. Although, because in fact, as a new government, once you come in, you need 1 or 2 years, you need time to maybe settle down, get your men working for you, set up your government, appoint people who you want to work with you, who build the states together with you, So it takes time, a few years, few months to do that. So sometimes it may not really be because you do not want to start working immediately. And you may come into a new government and you meet deficit, you meet indebtedness, So there are a lot of things you have to put in place before you kick off. So if you notice, most times, first 1 year, they are really not major achievements because they're trying to balance the books, trying to get appointments done, trying to, coordinate a team of government that will work with you. But from the second year, most times they kick off and they do better. For me personally, I think it's usually the last year, that's the election year, that government really doesn't work. Because most times that last year is usually politics, campaigns and those things, and some governors deviate from the essence of government because they want to get a second term, they want to come back, they want their person to be there, So that last year usually is more of politics and they leave government. But first, second years, from government, I may not agree that
But for your own, like from your own observation, let's talk about Sheriff Urhobo.
Yes.
But like for you now, like his performance to that of Okowa, it's a day for you.
For me, Sheriff is this is just 2 years in office. So first and foremost, it may not be very correct to actually rate both of them on the same terms. Okowa did 8 years. This is the second term of Governor Sheriff. So we cannot really equate, but at least he's trying. He has started well. Developments here and there. So I think he's not doing very bad. He's not doing badly. Considering also the fact that, initially the state was opposition to the federal government in the sense that the state was PDP and federal was APC. But now that they are together in the same party, I think let's give him some more time. But he's not doing very badly. He's not doing badly at all.
But why is it that? Okay, let's use Singapore for example. You know that we Nigerians will always have this initiative of like say once politician enter, you say give them time. You go work. But there are some people that in just 1 year they have achieved a lot.
Yes.
So like I said, let me use Singapore for example. You know that those people before they went their separate ways from Malaysia, they were in abject poverty. But it took one man just 2 years to get the country kicking up. But look at Singapore today now. You understand? But to me, to be honest with you, I will tell you, say, waiting Sheriff don't do. He don't beat waiting Okowa do for 8 years.
I agree to an extent. I agree, but also as I said, the yardstick of comparison may not, for now, somebody who did 8 years and who did just doing the second term, you may not really, the measurement of, they are different because yes, of course, after 8 years, when we bring them together after 8 years, if they play is brought after 8 years, we'll not be able to say, yes, this is what Okowa achieved in 8 years, this is what Sheriff achieved in 8 years, and you see. Okowa, of course, did well to his best, the new secretariat, the Coca flyover, some roads, Okowa was still the road master, so you can also take it away from him that he worked, he did well. Sheriff too is doing well, he has kicked the ground running, doing well, in infrastructure, some of the roads, this Ugeli Asaba road now almost,
the road are not played.
So you cannot say Sheriff is not also working. Already especially, you see some flyovers, and these contracts have been done by good known contractors. So give and take, they are doing well. In the next, by the grace of God, if he gets a second term, then we can compare appropriately and see you know, and rate them.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, Mr. Ezekiel, what's your own take on this one?
Okay, thank you very much. I am how will I put it? I like to have a broader view of a particular subject, a particular topic. I think the standards of being not just a governor, but a leader in Delta State in Nigeria have been placed on wrong benchmarks. That's how I'll put it. A governor comes into power. The things we start saying is that, okay, start building roads, start building this, start building, and they are hailed based on these things that are being built. But one thing that we've seen is a repetition. It is a repetitive process. I won't say anybody has done anything new outside what their predecessors have done. They are just following a pattern.
Just like they have a blueprint to follow.
So, if you want a better state, if we want a better state, I think we must be willing to do different things. We must be willing to go a different path. So for me, I would say in the last 4 years, I've not seen a governor that has taken that initiative to go a different path. That's me. That's my own observation. That's from my own observation. So that's why Delta State is still on just a straight trajectory. We've not
take off.
Yes, we've not hit that incline where we'll begin. I mean, the resources in Delta State alone is massive. With proper management and proper guidance, and of course, the proper management and proper guidance is going to come from someone who is capable, or someone who is willing to take a different initiative and make use of those resources and those.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Like, so you now, let me just ask this. Let's do from let's say from a rate of 1 to 10. How will you compare the job Peter Obi has done in Anambra? Like your owner, like from his catalog, like from his own portfolio, like what? How you don't see this work what this guy don't do? Do you think that it has take off the way you feel like it should really like go instead of like taking the former way, like the former pattern? That guy.
For me, I'm not really a politically inclined person as such. I don't really keep tabs on their achievements, like I said. But there is a particular governor that I have been following since he entered office, Alex Uti. Yes. If you notice the way he has, to me, Alex Uti has gone beyond, I want to do a project. Alex Uti is like a man of the people. The people see him as a governor, not someone who wants to do projects. The people see him as someone who is in charge of the state. It's just like, how will I put it? I know my father. My father is my father. Like, he loves me. He cares. That's how the people of Abia State now see Alex Uti. He has embodied himself as what a governor should be.
Like, yes. Okay. Let me throw this question. Let me throw this question in the ass. Like, what are the key elements needed to build a truly great and progressive Delta, or let's say Nigeria?
Okay. For me, I would say accountability.
Okay.
Is 1. 2, willingness to work. Because if you have accountability people will be willing to work, in the sense that people who are not willing to work will not come to sit in places of people who are willing to work and be accountable for the work that they are going to do. So for me, those are the two.
Okay. Barrister Christian,
Yeah.
for you.
Thank you. In building a new Nigeria, I think first and foremost, it begins with you and I. It begins with us as a people. We must be ready for change. We must be ready to build a new Nigeria. It is not enough to just say, I want to build new Nigeria, we need new Nigeria, without you yourself making sacrifices, being willing to adjust, you know. So building a new Nigeria, some of the key elements I personally think is necessary. Number one, there must be rule of law. There must be rule of law. What is rule of law? The rule of law is a system where everybody is equal before the law.
Yeah.
You are the governor, be you the president, be you the, you are equal before the law. So when rule of law is in existence in a place, people know that there's punishment for violence. People know that, people know that when you take some actions that are not against the law, you will be punished, People will be up and doing. But in a system where you commit offense, you are not fined, nothing happens, you are free to go, there's no rule of law. Secondly, the electionary system in Nigeria should be rebranded. In other words, there should be independence of our, of our electoral body, so that elections are done in a manner free and fair. People who are capable are voted into office. People are free to choose whoever they want as their leader. In such situations, I think that are key steps to do it. Then judiciary too should be independent. The judges should be able to say, no, this person is not was not voted in correctly, and give judgments that will nullify his election. The system where you come in through the back door, elections are not free and fair, systems are not working, BVAS machines are failing, you noticeable defects on the day of elections. And at the end of the day, for failure to prove it in court and all that, the person remains in office. A new Nigeria cannot come in such situation. But when the judiciary judges are able to say, yes, because this didn't work in the day of election, the election is cancelled. It's cancelled. Those are systems where we could talk about a new Nigeria. So I'm looking at rule of law in a system, independence of the judiciary, independence of electoral body, INEC should be independent, be willing to conduct elections in a free and fair manner.
I feel like these bodies are actually independent. They are. By design, they are independent. But it's just that interests are easy to buy. A lot of interests are easy to buy. So that independence is just there per se, written in the constitution that this body should be independent. But the person sitting there, his interest is easy to buy. So the independence itself does not stand.
No, I agree with you, but independence also has to do with the appointment. For example, as the president has the power to appoint the INEC chairman.
Okay.
If the president appoints you, for example, I would definitely appoint somebody that is loyal to me.
Yes.
Because I will not appoint somebody that will not want my second tenure, or that will not want me to come back, or that will not want me to win. So the independence starts from the point of appointment. Who have power to appoint you as INEC chairman? Who have power to remove you? If the president can appoint you and can remove you, then I don't think there's any independence there, because of course, you are my appointee. You have a duty to do what I want. You have to be loyal to me. You have to be loyal to me, So I think that independence has to do with the appointment. How is this person appointed?
Just like what happened in River State, where they declared a state of emergency, where there is no state of emergency needed. Okay, look at Benue. Benue now, they've killed over 200 people accounted for that have been dead. Or killed them. But they did not declare state of emergency, but another pipeline where they all go bust for rivers, they don't declare state of emergency, don't commodity problem. Now, is it even possible for the president to remove a city governor?
It should not be possible.
It's not. In circumstances. There are conditions for declaration of state of emergency. And personally, I don't think the declaration in Rivers State was one of those instances. So I think the matter is in court. PDP governors.
But they've already agreed on like
they've done. I believe they've done their in-house assessments, and nothing else is needed.
That's the challenge.
Thank you very. How can young Nigerians actively participate in shaping the future of their country beyond just voting?
First of all, I would say young people should get into politics. But I know that getting into politics is not easy as a young person. Yes, it's true. Because you can start at the grassroots. Of course, you can start at the grassroots. But there are godfathers. Don't forget you will meet godfathers there. A lot of people with the present system that we have, a lot of people who you have to start being loyal to and forego your own interests. And young people have a lot of your own ambitions. Young people come with a lot of ambitions. If we really want young people to come into politics, we must be ready for the change they bring. They are dynamic. They are fresh clay. And they are ready to be molded, and they are ready to expand and be molded into different forms that will be beneficial to the country. So that's the first key point. The second one, I would say, young people should not be afraid to stand for their rights. Nigerians today,
are they given the opportunity to do that?
There is oppression and there is suppression of human rights in the country today. So young people should not be afraid to. Did you see the protest that happened in Kenya?
Yes.
I can tell you that mostly 60 to 80% of the youths under 45, they came out. 70 to 60%. They forwent everything that they had to do to come out for that nationwide protest. Can that happen in Nigeria?
Never.
No. Everybody has their own interests. And if everybody is afraid. There's this song that Fela sing, "We Too Fear." I'm always reminded of that song when I think about the situation of this country. We are afraid of every little thing. Every little thing wants to harm us. Every little thing but we cannot create, especially the youths, because the youths are basically the ones under this form of oppression and suppression of human rights. We cannot create the kind of society we need by not speaking up for what we know is right. So those are the two key points that I can give.
Thank you very much. Barrister Christian, like, what's your own contribution, like your own take?
Young people. For me, my brother already said it. For young people, for Nigerians to change, young people must actively involve. They must be actively involved in the politics of the system, because you cannot sit idle by and say politicians are bad, politicians are doing this. Nobody stops you from going. So do your best, come out, be actively involved, participate actively in the system. I think that's one way we can change things. Then secondly, there must be a mental shift. Young people are more or less, they have given up on the country. They don't see any possibility in the country. They just feel the country cannot work. But that's not the best. There must be a shift, mental shift, that the country can work, and they too can have an impact in making the country work for all. The country belongs to every one of us. So you must not abandon it for the same people you are complaining against. Come out, actively participate, have that belief that things can work. Then the use of social media, constructive use of social media, constructive. When you see something wrong, publicize it. When you see oppression, publicize it. When you see, things that are not working.
Okay, just for example now, this guy, Scott, Mr. Scott, imagine that hacker, because like, to you now, add this sensitivity stand for your own ESF. Say, first way, say they point, say, okay, imagine I say you go stand now, you police go stand for roads. You call the touch police, say, see, thief, they run, thief, the thief, they run. Then you call the person where they point it, you say, I be the thief, you call the arrest. Why? That's just, to me, that's just exactly what's happening to Scott right now. Because this guy has been like fighting P1 right from time, selling receipts to people instead of land.
The truth of the matter is that I do not agree with them. I do not agree with the police, whatever they are doing. But of course, if a petition has been written by P1 against Mr. Scott, the police must investigate it. Whether it is the duty of the police to investigate it, I'm sure after investigation, they will know that the petition is dead on arrival. Then take action against P1 for writing, for giving them false information. But you know, when the petition is written, first and foremost, the petition has been written. Whether true or not true, it is now left for the investigation body, the police, to actually investigate to see that yes, these allegations contained in the petition are not true. You understand? So it is now when they arrest him and detain him beyond the constitutional timeline that we'll be talking about a breach of his fundamental right. Ordinarily, the police are there to investigate crime. If you say, okay, P1 say this man has committed a crime against us. Okay, you invited him, investigate. Within that period, after 1 day, release him, grant him bail, ask him to come investigate. You know, after the investigation, then they will now know whether the petition itself is valid or you know, not valid. And if it is a lie, if they investigate that the petition ought not to have even been written in the first place, then they take up action against P1 for giving police false information. False information is also an offense under the law. So let them
now there was something you said right now.
Yes.
You said he has to be invited.
Yes.
Have you know so?
Yes.
Now, so what I'm seeing, not be invited, they invite the guy. They went to his place. They arrested him for what he say. You know, be listening to crime. Say like, okay, normally say, and this guy said it's not like you've already you invited him once he refused. You understand? You just could arrest person.
It's part of what we are saying about the new Nigeria.
Yes.
So apart from the independence of the judicial arm, INEC, the police also have to do a rebranding of the police force entirely. Training, more training, you know, retraining our police officers, especially the young ones, especially the lower cadet officers.
Yeah.
Enough training, retraining needs to be done. You know,
the whole academy again.
Exactly. So I think it's part of the new
Barrister Christy. Thank you so much. Like, just before we round off, guys, don't forget, hit our subscribe button and also share your comments. Like, give us your own opinion, what you think about this discussion we're having today, and tell us who you'll be voting for in the next 2027 general election. So guys, the comment section is open. Just communicate. So like, before we round up, Mr. Ezekiel and Barrister Christian, like, why is it crucial for young Nigerians to vote wisely in the 2027 general election, and how can they make informed choice?
Okay. I have this notion. There's a notion I have about Nigerians. Like I say, I like to look at things from a broad aspect of the broad view of aspects. Nigerians will vote for whoever they feel is their messiah. That's one thing about Nigerians. We are looking for who will come and save us. But the thing is that, yes, you can put somebody in power today, but it doesn't mean you cannot guarantee the person's actions and activities. So I would say, vote for whoever you feel is best. Yes, that's how I would put it. Vote for what, because before the person got there is a trail mark. There is a trail mark of whatever the person has done.
Yes.
Yes. So look at this trail mark and vote for, because I'm not, to me, it has gone past the time that I will tell people, vote for this person, vote for this person. Just vote for your candidates right now, for whoever you feel is best.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Barrister.
Yeah, I think to make informed choices and who to vote for, look at their manifestos.
Yes.
Of course, before elections are done, they campaign, they do campaigns, they tell you this and this and this, what I want to do when I get to office. Compare their manifestos. Look at what you want as a person. Is this guy telling me he will do it? Is this person telling me? Although he may get to power and don't do it, but it's good. You now know that he promised us light, for example.
Yeah.
We have voted him in. He didn't give us light. So the next election, when it comes again, you vote him out.
Vote him out.
Because he failed to keep up.
Yeah.
So
even he stated that if he does not give us constant electricity for 1 year.
Good. So look at their manifestos. That's one way you can actually make informed decision. Then, as he has said, also from the track records, what has he done before? How has he treated people in the past? What is his record? Record will speak. What you know about him before in the past, what will also determine the future of that person. So look at him, his past records, his manifesto, and just be guided. Yes.
Thank you so much, Barrister Christian. I really appreciate it. Like, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Mr. Ezekiel, thank you for taking out the time to join us on this special episode. And Barrister Christian, thank you. So, guys, this is going to be the end of this episode. I believe right from the beginning you have grabbed a lot. It's not just about thinking that this person is my person. This one na my tribe. You understand? So you have to vote wisely in the next general election. We have to come out, forget about what they did. Make sure that your polling unit, wherever you are voting, you are active, shine your eyes. You understand? So Mr. Ezekiel, thank you very much. And I believe we've all understand. So guys, I have a lot of videos you are going to enjoy. So just click to watch the next one and always subscribe to know what's happening. See you on the next episode.